Hello. I gotta get stream music up. Mm. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try this out. A sketch with stream. I got information on screen. I'll go ahead and put it in chat, Twitch, video description. I figured it's about time I actually try this. I figured it's about time. These I've had people ask before on art streams. So, right. That's in chat. All right. I definitely overdid it today. Was walking through the grocery store and my hip decided to pop slightly out of joint. I was like, oh, that's lovely. I should probably post on live. That would be helpful. Do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. All right. I did try this last time. Doo-doo-doo. I'm also feeling a little rough because I had um some cake earlier. A lot of sugar. It kind of messes me up a bit. Feels like I got beat up. Alrighty. I suppose I'll read this out. Send in a sketch request with a $5 dono on either my Ko-fi or my Buy Me a Coffee. It's both 5-star Fox. And I'm only gonna be doing Sonic or my characters like Cinder like me. But I don't want to do. I don't have any interest in the movie or the pre-reboot with Archie. Save for work, obviously. And yeah, nothing insane. Like this isn't gonna be a whole big scene for $5. Yeah, simple character mostly. I definitely would like Black Arms related stuff. You got any ideas for that? And here's the little example. Just include the little the request description right there. But until then, I suppose I'll find something to doodle on. It's just a bit difficult to decide what to draw on stream. Seems, work in progress stuff is for subscribers. So it's like, what do you work on? Do not spoil stuff. But that's alright. I'll pull this up. I didn't delete it already, did I? So I was clearing out my photo gallery. I got too many things on my tablet to organize. I'll just mess with this guy. Where? I got too many folders of stuff to go through. Alright. This little guy's design is kinda whatever. It's not consistent at all. So that's not what I'm looking for. So I am going to make a solidified design so that I can draw him consistently. You know, more consistently than I've been drawing Eclipse. I've been trying to be more consistent lately. Now that I have the 3D model to move around, like a better idea. Well, there's still a few things I don't go off of the 3D model for. Like the 3D model has the kind of the gray, blue, purpley, whatever his base color. A little spot on the heels, but that's never in the comic any artwork for the comic at all. So it's like I'm not doing it. I prefer without. But then also the crest is just no, not the crest. The spurs on his arm are just too long, which you can see clearly when you open up the model. It's in the T pose. The top arm spurs just jab right through the side of his head. Like it's not a. That's too long. That's not working. Not working at all. Kind of. Nope, not that. Gotta kind of smush this out a bit. It's kind of squat, kind of frog-like, or bearded dragon-like. Like a little bearded dragon. Make this bigger. Kind of doing a little reference sheet for this guy. Just a tiny black wing hawk, whatever. That I'm gonna have to deal with that. I really need to get a better cord. Is that might be why it does this. It can't handle. Just can't handle it. Alright. Let's go back. I do like the shape of the mouth. Kind of beak-like, but not bird beak. Not like a bearded dragon. Especially with these little spike things. Seeing they're so faint. You can easily miss them. Look at that. Such a weird glitch too. That's also why the sketch stream is. I don't have to worry so much about that in a sketch stage because it's not gonna be permanent anyway. More annoying with final renders. Now I looked it up before, but I cannot remember now. Just which set of eyes is bigger on a black wing or a black hawk? Because the black wing only has the 2 eyes. Now I gotta look up black wing, not black hawk. Too many names for these things. I don't know why the juvenile form needed a special different name. They're nearly the same, but the closer together ones are a little smaller. This one's kind of like a mutant or something. It just doesn't look like it's like the others. It's too small for one thing. I really need to. I want to do more videos on various lore stuff, but especially Black Arms. There's a lot to cover, a lot of theory to work with. I have lots of theories, things to just speculate and question, like how the black wings are juvenile form of black hawks, but we don't see juvenile forms of any of the others. Now, they all come from the death leeches, but the black wing is the only intermediate form we have. It's like I thought they would like cocoon, because they have those cocoon-like things on the black comet. So I figured, they cocoon as the leech, the larva cocoons, and becomes the adult form. But then you have the wings, the hawks, and that's not how that works. There's no way they're going from black wing to a cocoon to a black hawk. This just don't look right. Suppose I'll worry about the eyes later. And then I think the color pattern is all wrong on this little guy too. It's like I don't know what they were thinking. But I'm gonna go with it and say he's a little mutant runt. Could you imagine the kind of vision one of these things would have? They got forward facing and sideways facing. Should probably keep, alright. Was it thinking I should have this up here? Let's see. Stream. Should be showing the my Ko-fi link. Duh. Makes it a little easier. I don't have the buy me Ko-fi link on here anymore. There's just too many things on the screen. I got too much junk going on here. I was gonna use this. Quest. Yeah. There we go. Should probably limit to 5 to make sure I can get them done during stream. So yeah, there. Make sure I have them both open so I can keep track. Of people sending me anything. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. And again, the game wasn't consistent on what these guys look like anyway. There's the in-game model and then the cutscene model. I prefer the in-game model. It's simpler. It just looks better overall. Like the spikes. The wings. Which are more in line with Black Bull and Devil Doom's wings. It just makes more sense. The in-game model does. Dong, dong, dong. Relaxing fishing music. Instant yawning. Instant. Alright, the outer spike is shorter. I mean, it seems he's a little guy. I'm gonna make them really short. How about that 𝗥𝗨𝗟𝗘𝗦 case files? We're getting wild stuff lately. This perspective, not great. Trying to draw a tail, long tail. And it just looks like a fish or a mermaid or something. I don't think I'm gonna worry about the tail on this view. Now to extrapolate how it looked from the side. They're celebrating all 35 years of Sonic. I was like, will there be any kind of anything for Shadow 05? We did get that thing in Rumble recently. Like, it's a Shadow game, but that's still part of Sonic's history. Sonic was in there, you know. And get this up close. Gonna get this up higher here. My wrist is also being uncooperative. Like, I don't get to choose when my wrist decides to malfunction. Which is absolutely what it is. It malfunctions. And then it requires more muscle to move my fingers the way they need to. This song's so nice. A little wah 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 wah. I don't know what instrument that is. I go straight into different aliens. I've just been obsessed with all the aliens lately. From Black Arms to Metroid to Destiny. All the black not all the aliens. uh, the overlapping similarities don't help. Come on, wrist, pull it together. Look at it. Egg. It is an egg shape. This little guy's body is drawn a lot more truncated than other black hawks. More like a frog, really. Where is the other drawing of him? Other. I'm still sticking to the theory so far of Professor Tori being Maria's little sister, which is gonna be interesting. There's been so much mystery with Professor Tori, and there's just too many things that connect and overlap. Like dropping that little tidbit about Maria having a baby sister. You don't just drop things like that for fun. There's a reason for it. You know, they're planting the seed for later. And then there's the fact that they keep calling her Professor Victoria. That's not a last name. They're not mentioning her last name. They're hiding it. Because if they told you her last name, it would be obvious. You know, and it's probably Robotnik. Get this little guy. Get this. See with this shape? You can hold him like hamburger. Alright. Little tail. Kind of looks like a tadpole. Kind of. He's got a whole weird stuff going on, but I'm rolling with it. But yeah. She's got similar outfit going on. Some similar aspects to Maria's outfit. And her sleeves, ends of her sleeves, the cuffs, like Eggman's jacket. And the lines down the sleeves, like Eggman's jacket too. Similarities. And a little something my brother noted is when he saw the silhouette of her for the episode, he just thought that was Maria. So he's like, "How's Maria here?" So it's like, just now that we've seen just the silhouette, yeah, very Maria shaped. So it's just probably, yeah, that's a because silhouettes are very important. It's known that they're very important design aspect So they wouldn't just do that. Oh, we're just randomly making her appear like, Maria's silhouette and have no relation. And there's the fact that she's an archaeologist. Because Gerald's sons, one was a roboticist, one was an archaeologist. It could be either one, but it makes more sense for the roboticist to be Eggman's dad. So Maria's dad would be the archaeologist then, and then also the dad of Victoria, who will also become archaeologist. So it fits, it works. You don't have to stretch anything to make it fit. And people keep pointing out the age, like she doesn't look old enough to be in her 50s, and it's like there are some people who look really, really young, even though they're older. Like that happens plenty of times. Like the only real wrinkles my mom has is from squinting because of her vision, because she got the glasses, you gotta squint a lot. That's kind of it. It's just that there's no reason Victoria couldn't be in her 50s. Like a baby sister, that means she was probably not even one at the time of Maria being on the Ark with Shadow. That's 50, so that's like 51, 52, 53 years. Not unreasonable. Not unreasonable. It's just going to be very interesting to see how it all fits in. And if it is the case, when it actually gets confirmed, I'm gonna go crazy with, okay, now when is Shadow going to run into her? Because that would be gonna be wild. Certainly interesting how it all will fit into with the next game. Very interesting. And she's all about researching ancient civilizations. And it's like, well, I wonder if she's done any research on the Black Arm. Like, that's probably still pretty new information. It's not like they knew they existed all this time. Like, they'd be going back and like, okay, this was Black Arms. Like, how many myths and legends are tied to that? Tied to the Black Arms? That would be an interesting thing to explore. Also be interesting to know if they had any contact with the ancient civilizations. Like, we know they've been around at least 2,000, likely more. Just be something fascinating. Now, one of the interesting things about this creature is the back is red, and the underside is this kind of goldish color, brownish gold color, and like they're supposed to be black, but there are worm types that are the brownish gold color, which are more powerful. So it's like this could be like a different, a variation, a tougher variation, like an experiment to make a stronger version. Be very interesting. The tail is based on the Black Bolt's armor, like not the actual tail shape, but the armor, which is this. I'm just trying to do this how it would appear from the side. It is break time. But you can still send in your requests, and I'll get to them when we get back. Alright, we are back. Let me just check real quick, see if there are any requests. Not yet. It's pretty sure his tail is longer than this. It kind of wraps around, clips his arm. So his tail is also somehow prehensile, even though the other black fox aren't. I think this is good enough. Well, this one kind of reminds me of the one Batman Beyond theme. A little similar. Boom, 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 boom. Thin it up a bit back here. Do-do-do. Wing attaches about there. They definitely weren't paying attention to how to draw this. They just kind of did it. Bum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Not sure how to go about putting these markings on because they're a little different in each drawing. So this little guy shows up a total of 3 panels, and he's different in each of them. Like the wing in this one drawing would be like here. That doesn't quite work. His whole wings are red. Like, I don't know if I should, correct to be more like they're supposed to, or just go with like this is just a unique one. I'll go with that, I guess. Closest I'm gonna get for this segment. That's a little too far down there. I think that's enough of this for now. I'll mess around with something else while I wait. Just figure out what. I haven't been working on another I got the shadow and the yellow stripe shadow android PNG tubers models up in the shop, and now I'm doing the metal shadow android versions. This is just the yellow one, or the orange one. The orange. I think this is still the. I haven't changed the stripe color on this thing yet. But it's pretty good to me. I like it. Hmm. What if this would be a good sticker? Be a nice little sticker, I guess. Do, 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 do. Bum, bum, bum. Do, 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 do. What else can I do in the meantime? Da, 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 da. Don't really know. I was hoping for at least something by now. I suppose it will take some time. I tried advertising better this time. You know, post the information in the YouTube description and posting it on socials ahead of time as well. Gonna see here. Oh, I could do this. Huh. Another dark arm design because it's fun. This one I've mostly based it on the 𝗤𝗛𝗟. See the fire salamander, obviously associated with fire. That's a little too on the nose, so I went with the 𝗤𝗛𝗟 because they're neat and long. Probably make this a little thinner. It's got the wispiness of the red wisp's tentacles. And this is called a red wisp, but cooperate with me. Why don't you want to color pick? There we go. Right in there. That is slightly orange. That's red orange. All the way over here would be red. But this, a little orange. And of course this over here, it lets me select it. The lighter spot, that is yellow-orange. So the red wisp is more orange, which I guess I can't say much about because red foxes are usually more orange, but come in a lot more colors than just orange or red. So many colors. That's too big. How did it get that big? Be kind of nice if there was a button for get rid of any stray barks. So if there's like a little boop here, like just a little dot, you go away. The side view makes it more nervous looking than angry. The red wisp obviously is supposed to be angry. I just need to get a better HDMI to USB-C cord. This is clearly not cutting it. I'm gonna have to, buy something a little more pricey. The one I had before with the old tablet worked fine. So that was lightning to HDMI. Maybe I should look for the same brand. I don't think it was Apple brand. These little spikes on the head, which is supposed to be like the wisp spikes, happen to look a bit like a cockatiel. The guy kind of drags his tail when he's, well, when he's dragging, because they float. They float. Up a little there. Come on. So I kind of want the arched back thing going on, but also have the floating aspect. Not just the arched back, but kind of the belly, like salamander. And of course, they erase that because it just does what it wants. That looks alright. Not sure how to make this look properly. Lower it, I guess. Now he just looks frustrated. Alright. Silly little guy. So whenever I do like quick stuff like this, it doesn't do anything weird. But it's just slower stuff that tends to have glitches. The annoying is when I don't notice it erase. So I can't just hit undo. I have to redraw it. I haven't come up with a name for this one. See, I don't even... Oh, I do have the eraser, never mind. So I had the pencil selected and it happened when I rest my hand on the screen, and I've even got one of those gloves on. Move this over. So we can rest it on the edge, maybe. I can't hold my arm up that long. The darkness that closes and the dust, throw it all away. Hey! Thank you for your continued support. It is appreciated greatly. Ah, thank you, thank you. I'm working on a little guy designing more dark arms for fun as a creative exercise. And the powers too, of course. This one just gives some simple gloves, similar to how 𝗖𝗛𝗟𝗘 gives him gloves, except these just go to the wrists. And it basically give him little flamethrowers in his hands. And we had that one cover showing him create fire, but it was also a tabloid thing, so probably not an actual ability he had, because he would have been using it. Especially with the number of times he threatened to burn things. It was a reoccurring thing with him. Let's see. Go with something a little different here. We didn't freeze over. I mean, it's cold, but the heat's holding. Uh, see. Pull this down. Maybe I should go with a different angle. Get this down here. It's getting pretty messy. Just start over. A little more readable. Might be able to see all the palm, what's going on there. And decide which side to put the thumb. Alright, I would point up-ish. Kind of scrunch thumbs too much. Hydrate. And this angle's a little easier. Sometimes you just gotta start over with something. not working out. It can take less time to do that and try to make something work that just ain't gonna work. All right. Determine the shape of the rest of this glove. It's a break time. See you in a few. And we're back. Alright, let's see. Maybe flame and of course. Maybe flame pattern. Doo, doo, doo. So it's kind of reminding me of the werehog. Fur tufts of the werehog. Come on. What did that show up? That's the other annoyance, is how faint it is. The stray marks. You don't always notice it. You undo it right away. Keep my hand off the screen, that might help. I need a better cable. Pretty sure that's the problem. The cable just can't handle. That's what makes the screen wig out. Like it's not enough juice or something. Problem is I don't want to use. They have to keep ordering cables. Like, oh, this one isn't working. This one's, you know, not gonna know. Even if I do get a recognized name brand, it still may not do the job. Because they're not considering using it. Do, do, do. For now, it'll just be fire shape. So I come up with something else. Like, something with, like equipment designed for this. To inspire. Be inspired by. Alright. See, that actually looks angry. It's from the side that doesn't look right. I wish we had gotten more information on these guys, biology and stuff. Like how many traits did they get from Wisp? Just the powers or anything else? Like, did they inherit their nature? Because I'm not sure Eclipse was thinking about that. Because Wisps are the goodest of good boys and girls in the galaxy. And that's just the little guys. Not particularly up for world domination. Like, I don't think it would have worked out like he planned anyway. Like, they're mostly fighting because they have to in that scenario. They don't know any better. Okay. Suppose I ought to put the other arm here. Pinch, there we go. I can always clean it up a little better later. Like there's stuff up here. Do, 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Saxophone. And he cooked with this song. I'll pull from here. And again, gotta make it stand out from 𝗥𝗨𝗟𝗘𝗦. Ooh. Guess it looks different enough. Maybe make it a little more to the slight orange side, considering there's a lot of orange in here. There aren't any orange wisps. Pretty sure not. Huh. Red, yellow, crimson. It's gotta be. And there's a lot of colors they haven't used yet. They could add more if they wanted. Nothing's stopping them. Does kind of bug me. There's a fire type, but not an ice type. It's not even like water or, you know. There's some elements, but there's also missing other elements. Disappear. Erased it again. Yeah. Gonna need this to color drop. Here we go. Don't even want to do this properly. Looks kind of bloodshot, actually. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Ooh. It is a little lighter than his red. Let's see what this. Maybe this one. See, that is orange. How about pick? But the longer I go, the worse it gets. Yeah. I gotta get another cord. I gotta do research on which one will actually work. Not do this to me. Need like the top premium, whatever they got. It's probably gonna cost $20 or more. Oh. I'll zoom in. Maybe. There we go. Oh boy. Now it's doing that, even though it's not supposed to allow finger painting. All kinds of messed up. Yes. And it moved on me. And that's kind of like an intermediate. We'll see how that looks over here. That makes a little more sense. Might be a little too bright though, because they're usually like darker variant of the in the eye. Yeah, that looks alright. Yeah. It looks like a Zelda boss. Come on. You can do it. man. I know I did stuff today, but shouldn't have been that exhausting. I keep saying that knowing it absolutely is. For me. It's actually pretty cool. Now that I got color added to it. Oh. Yeah, I know there are Black Arms types without the red, but it just would have been cooler if they had markings instead of being one color. Really? Gonna do that to me? Like, yeah, I could have like this. And so I like that. That'd be kind of cool. I just do a stripe down the whole back there. You know, just a little something to make them pop. Like also, Clips has that white muzzle, so like it could have little white splotches like that. I like that. Looks very nice, very frog-like, very salamander-like. Or it could extend down the belly to there, or keep going. I think just to there is good, honestly. Or like around the eyes, or the toes. It's essentially piebald. They call piebald. Eclipse has piebald markings just on his muzzle. I have the tail. Or a little splotch down the back, you know. Yeah. Drop this down again. It's time for one request if anyone's up for it. Ooh. But that looks pretty cool, I think. Let's get this background color. That's right, it doesn't go over there. You have to hold it here like that. There we go. I didn't think it would do that. Yeah, it don't do that. Gotta do it manual in another layer. There we go. And I'll just use some, I got some fire brushes I can use. Show the effects. Don't think I need him there anymore. Start ranging this a little better, I guess. Try the name. Alright. Over here. I think that's what I used. Alright. Naming convention starts with the color and then the power. Generally, but also not. Yeah, 𝗥𝗨𝗟𝗘𝗦, Crimson Eagle, which is the power up, the name of the power up. Then you got 𝗖𝗛𝗟𝗘𝗦, that's cyan laser. And then you got 𝗥𝗨𝗟𝗘𝗦, which is rhythm magenta. And then you have blurk, which throws a monkey wrench in the whole thing because that's blue and black with a random R thrown in. Not cube. That's the blue cube. The blue block instead because it's black shaped. Poor kid. They're gonna call him Blockhead. So, red fire. There isn't really a shape to this guy, like the block thing. Just, you know, flame thing. It's flame shape, so red fire, red flame. Ooh. Red's such a short word, it makes it harder. Yeah, I don't want to use the whole word in there. And then that's just refire. Do do do. Yeah. I'll throw flame in there as a option because blurk is odd. Yeah, for Ivorite over here, that's ivory, and then there's lightning. So I just ivory. I mean, it's kind of us just ivory, but with an E instead of a O, and then you know lightning. So I just the "ite" part. So that took forever to come up with something that actually sounded nice. So uh, like I don't want to use the whole word, but like Kriegel, eagle, it's got the whole thing in there. Not all the letters, but the sound. So you know, ref fire, ref flame. Get rid of the F's here. Let's see. I could do Ryer. Or Relum. There's or Rayer. Retire. it said no. It said that's a bad idea. Okay, Ryer. Oh, we could do Rylum. Get rid of the E. Rylum. Ryer or Rylum. I would have to look up and see if those are actually other words. They don't want to name it something that's an actual word, especially if it's a bad word. You never know, honestly. Like another language. I've come up with names for things by mashing things together, only to later look up and be like, "Oh, that's a thing. That's an actual thing." So it's just you never know. Yeah, you just never know. Do do do. Kind of scrunched up here. I know how to. That I'm gonna mess with you anymore, so just stick you over there. And then I duplicate the glove. Because I want one plain and one with the effects. That's what I did over with the lightning bolt tail. Which I still really like. He uses his tail as a little whip. He's got the spike on the end, the barb. So just electrify it. A bit more devastating. Plus there's just something hilariously ironic about black arms using electricity. as a weapon, considering Doom thought lightning was a weapon, an attack, instead of a natural phenomenon. It's just hilarious. Like, he was there 2,000 years ago to drop the fortress at Glyphic Canyon. How did he not know this by now? Did he just get lucky and just never land when there was bad weather? It's just crazy. Alright, find my flame brushes. Star wood. There we are. Fire. Those aren't quite what I'm looking for, I don't think. I might as well just play with them. See what they do. Should put that in the group. Oh, that's a little more what I'm looking for. That is very weird. Can't tell if that's how the brush is supposed to work or if it's just wigging out on me big time. Sparks of fire, smoke of fire, and we got flames, actual. It's nice. Rounds at the top, so I'm not sure exactly how. Makes that's a little better. Hmm. Hmm. What's these? This is probably more what I'm looking for. I'm definitely gonna have to make this more orange so it shows up. Alright. Oh, that's big. Maybe. Comes from the eye, not the entire hand. Maybe I'll just draw it. Probably be better. Maybe that could work. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's not gradiented, that's one thing for sure. Alright, lighter. That looks a little better. I mean, that illustrates the idea. I think 𝗨𝗨𝗟𝗘𝗦 sounds pretty good. But Ryer's cool, fine too. I'll just have to check, see if it's anything existing. And these, with the except see, over right here is one of my regular OCs. That, you know, he's got backstory, stuff like that. But I don't want a million of these things floating around to figure out. So these designs, I did the other one. Oh, the gravity one. I think, yeah. There, you can use them for your own fan content if you want. Because I'm not gonna be using them. They're just a creative exercise for me. So I wanna, you know, brainstorm not only design, but powers. And applying those powers. Just a creative thing for me to do. And I don't quite feel right selling them as adoptables because they're way more, just because of how derivative they are. Like the in the same art style is you know, that's fine, but this is very they're all gonna have very similar appearances and stuff, so you just have fun with them. I do have some regular Black Arms adoptables though, and I want to do more of those. Which I'm open to suggestion on if there's anything particular you'd like to see. I wanna make some based on like mythical, legendary, cryptid creatures. So I think that would be cool. And I like the idea of cryptids, like Black Arms leading to different legends. It'd be kind of cool. It would be cool world building, which is lots of fun to me. But that's it for tonight. Not entirely sure what I'm going to be streaming next week. That I could just go with the Zelda games. I did that poll and Breath of the Wild one, so I could start that. And throw in a few more stories, the Path of Destinies along the way. I don't know when I'm doing my next art stream because I need a better cord because I can't put up with this, especially for, you know, finishing It's a headache. And I'm probably not going to try any more of the request streams, as clearly not an interest, something people are interested in. But if anyone, yeah, if anyone expresses interest in the future, I could try again. But yeah, just experimenting with different things, see what works out. So yes, thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Sender out.